Hi everyone, my name is Mariah and I want to talk to you guys today about our silicone forms, and I'm going to give you a little bit of information about them. Maybe if you've never used them before, or maybe if you are used to using them, maybe you will learn something as well. So these are the three items that are currently in the catalog. We have the round silicone forms, the small rounds, the rectangle, and the silicone baking sheet. Okay, so all of these are made out of the same durable type of silicone, which if you compare it side by side with any other brand, it is just so much thicker and durable, you know, so it just has a difference in the quality about it compared to other silicone. So all of our silicone is oven safe up to 428 degrees Fahrenheit, so that should be safe for almost everything that you might cook. And it is freezer safe to minus 25 degrees Celsius, which is deep freeze temperature. Okay, so it's going to be safe for all of those. And of course it is microwave safe as well. If you'd like to microwave anything on these, you can do that. So it's safe for the microwave, the freezer, and the oven. I'll go through a few uses of here right away as well. But one little tip for you, especially with this guy here, you might find if you are using tomato paste or chocolate, Tupperware does recommend you only have that max temperature set at 356 degrees Fahrenheit, just because of staining. So if you have that tomato paste and it goes up to a higher temperature, you might find there's some staining on the product, but that won't damage your product at all. It's still good to go if it has staining, okay? So keep that in mind there about that. So a great perk about them, they're durable, safe for everything, and they are non-stick. So you're not going to need oil to cook most of your foods, okay? And in fact, Tupperware recommends that you don't add oil to them to cook most of your foods, and they are just going to pop right out beautifully. Whatever you have cooking in here or even in the freezer, it's going to pop out absolutely beautifully. And you've really got to see it to believe it. Now, I don't have anything frozen to pop out for you, but when you get yours and you try it, you will be amazed the first time. I cook hard candy. I cook English toffee in my rectangular form all the time, which English toffee would just stick to a regular pan like crazy. So you always have to use parchment paper if you're making hard candies, of course, but you don't have to with this. You just put it right in and it pops right out. Absolutely everything will pop right out of the silicone. So it is phenomenal. The only thing that Tupperware does recommend you may want to put a teensy bit of oil in is if you are using gelatin products in your fridge or your freezer. So if it's some kind of jello related thing and you find that maybe it just sticks a little bit, that might be when you want to add a little bit of oil. Otherwise, stick away from the oil because it will damage your product over time. And while we are talking about oil here, so if you have these in your kitchen already, you may have noticed I have one here to show you. This is my bundt form, so you can maybe see it there. It gets a little bit of a whiteness on the outside, and that is because silicone over time, any type of silicone, it actually absorbs the oils into it. So if you put, a high fat food on here, it's completely normal that it will absorb the fats and oils, and it won't come out when you wash it the first time. Okay, so when you're washing it, I don't even recall what I had in here last, but if you're washing it, you won't see this, and it comes out of the product over time. Completely normal, but that is what this white residue is. It's just the fats being slowly released from the silicone. So you may want to give it an extra wash with soap and water before you bake in it again. Again, totally normal, and it won't affect your product at all, okay? So in addition to being all of those things, there's really even heat distribution on these. So if you're finding, you're cooking this, of course you want to spread it out nicely, whatever you have in here, but it's really even heat distribution. So that's a nice perk about it. They are great for storage because they take up so little space. So you can see I have 2 here stacked together. And if I had 10 stacked together, it even wouldn't be like higher than this. They do not take up much space because of how nicely they can stack if you have multiples. And if you don't, they really don't take up that much space either. So the larger rectangle one here, you might want to roll it. You can roll it to store it. And the nice thing about this is when you roll them, they won't lose their shape. They won't lose their original shape like it is now. But then when you unfold it, even if it's been months, it's going to pop right back in to the form shape that it's supposed to be. And that's not the case with all silicone. So that's what makes Tupperware a little bit different there. For the large one, for the large silicone baking sheet, I do like to roll this one to store it. And I just put it right in a spaghetti dispenser. I actually put 2 in usually, and it keeps beautifully. And then when I'm ready to use it, I can just pull it out of my drawer and it pops right into place. Okay, so those are a few features about the products here. This is a large silicone baking sheet. You can use it to cook cookies on. You can use it to cook any kind of meats on. Whatever you're going to put on a baking tray, you will put on here. But you still do need to put either a baking tray under it, or you're going to pull your oven rack right out, and you can put this right on your oven rack if you wish as well. Okay, but you can't try obviously to put stuff in the oven just like this. That's going to make a huge kitchen disaster. So you do have to have something under it supporting it, but you're not going to use parchment paper. You're not going to need tin foil, because this will be doing the place of that. It's absolutely beautiful. Same with this one. Most of the time you may find you need something under it to support it. If you have brownies in here, or toffee, or whatever, it could be some kind of bread that you like to cook in here. Good for anything that goes in your oven. You might need to find that you support it under here. Our silicone rounds are perfect for making cakes in. Again, you can make cakes in the microwave with these because they are microwave safe. So this would be, maybe half your batch. Maybe you'll want to do another one, or just get a double set of silicone rounds in the first place, and you can make a beautiful tiered cake with these. So these are very versatile in how you're going to use them, especially if you love to cook and bake. You're going to find so many uses for our silicone forms. So I'll just show you a few other ones. Tupperware from time to time changes them out, what is available. So I already showed you this one here. This is the silicone bunt form, which is beautiful. And heading into the holidays here, there's a few holiday ones that I have that if you see these ever come on sale, guys, make sure you get them because they aren't always available. So when you see them, grab them quick. This is a stick form, which you could use for your own gummy worms. Chocolate sticks with candy canes on the end right now, perfect for that. These are a candy form. So again, the candies, the chocolate just pop right out. Beautiful for making your own homemade treats at the holidays. A snowman cake mold, how cool is that, right? So your kids have a great time with this one if you have young ones in your life, that they can cook their little snowman and decorate him too. This heart mold was recently out, so great for Valentine's Day coming up. And one of my other favorites here is this one. It is the large silicone round. So you can see it's considerably larger than the other small ones, and it's also much deeper. So the reason I love this is because I use it a lot for frozen ice cream cakes when I'm making my homemade ice cream cakes. It just has so much more volume. You can do that, pop it out beautifully. Yes, you can use it for cakes in your oven, of course, too. But I just have a special love for it for ice cream cakes for me. But again, this is durable, strong, and it just works so excellently. So that's the large one there. And heading into a few more of our rectangle shaped ones. This is the waffle form, which you can make waffles ahead of time, freeze them, and then just pop them into the toaster for a good breakfast every single morning. You can make some cool little ice cube designs with this. We have the donut form to make your own homemade baked donuts. This one here with the rounds, so you can make hot chocolate bombs, and I've tried hot chocolate bombs in here. They work amazing. And I bought some other silicone rounds to try to help, or silicone similar to this to try to help me with it. And I ended up just not using them because this works so much better than the other silicone did in comparison. Those ones broke, these ones didn't. So, and then we have the muffin form here. When you make, whether it's like egg-based kind of egg bacon breakfast things in here, breakfast muffins, or regular style muffins, they will pop out so nicely. Like in no time, you will have amazing muffins and no paper liners. So there's that perk. And similar to the hot chocolate bombs, these are egg forms. So to make your eggs at Easter. So those are just a few of the many silicone forms, and this is not even exhaustive. There's ones that I don't have as well. So if you have not invested into the silicone forms yet, I really encourage you to give it a try. Check them out because they are so worth the investment. Thanks, everyone.